Hi everybody, my name is Karen and this is my Flosstube channel. It's a channel about cross stitch. It is KBH Stitches. I'm KBH Stitches on Instagram. And as usual, I'm totally kerfuffled when I start these things, but once I get going, I tend to settle down. So please hang in with me. It's super hot. It has been hotter than it has ever been the last 3 days, and it's going to be hot again today. So I'm up early doing this. My friend Fergus is right here. He's a little, he's hot too. So we'll see how all of this goes. But I appreciate you coming back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your comments, all your support. Flosstube is kind of a magical place to be right now. There are so many new videos, so many new ideas. I just had my 1-year Flosstube anniversary. I know Stitch Brat just had her 1-year anniversary, and there are still more and more and more amazing videos coming out just kind of every day. There just seems like to be an influx of new people, and they're all fabulous and coming up with new ideas and new sals, and the Instagram account Cross Stitch Salander, it tells you all about that. And now there's another Instagram, oh shoot, I meant to write it down, Flosstube Library, I think, and you can go there and find in sections all the video tutorials. So you can go there, figure out what it is you're looking for, and then you click on it and it'll show you people's Flosstubes that have tutorials about those subjects. Anyway, it's a really wonderful place to be, so I appreciate it. I appreciate you allowing me to be part of it, and I appreciate everybody taking part. It's such an expansion of knowledge, and I love that. So anyway, I did want to mention two new, not brand new, but new channels. Beck Stitches Everything is fabulous. I think she's on like video 4. She just did a whip parade, so that's the other thing. It's the season of the whip parade, which is fun. But Beck Stitches Everything, she's really great. She's really, she picks fun fabrics and fun projects. And she and XO Needle in the Hay XO, I think is her Instagram handle. And I believe her Flosstube is the same name. But if you go to her Instagram, you know, there'll be a link. Annie is her name, and she's new too. And the two of them got together and created a sal for Millhill kits that I'm going to get to in a minute. Super fun. And just go watch. Also, Annie is also friends with Liz Matthews. So Liz Matthews has been in her videos. Ooh, it's like Inception. Flosstube Inception is going on. So those are some great new ones. Like I said, whip parades are going on. So Beck Stitches Everything did one. Stitch Brat just did one. And if we are not all buying shooting star projects from Carolyn Manning after watching that video, what are we even here for? I don't even know. So I immediately went on. I haven't bought one yet, but I think I'm going to get the Autumn Harvest one. I don't need another whip. We know this. But autumn is a-coming, and I'm trying to escape the heat in any way I can. So go watch her video. Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, had like a 2.5-hour whip parade. It was amazing. Piles were falling. I felt awful for her. She was like, oh my God, I don't know what I just did. But all her projects are fantastic. And I've been watching Julie for a long, long time. And so it's like going back in time and remembering like when I can remember when she started some of those things. And so it's a good time. It's a good time. And then I noticed right before I'm filming this, like I said, first thing in the morning, the Hathaway Stitchers just put out like a 2.5-hour video. So I'll be watching that after I do this because it's hot and I'm not leaving the house ever again. So those are all videos to go and watch. And also the Redneck Bifocal Stitcher, just put out a video, and it has some really great news at the end. And I'm just so happy for her. So give her a watch too. She has a lot of fun fabrics and fun kind of spooky projects. So anyway, Flosstube, you're wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for all of it. So today I have a lot of stuff. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that my cat had surgery. And it was supposed to be kind of a minor thing, and it turned out to be a major thing. Just really quick, we thought he had one tumor that needed to be removed, and instead it was 4. And so he got cut on both sides, and he had to be supervised. He could not go unsupervised for 10 days, which I was not aware of. It was fine, but so I stitched a lot. But anyway, if you go to my Instagram page, you'll see he was supposed to be in a cone for 10 days. It lasted like 5 minutes, but we found him a very fine sweatshirt that he would wear, much to his chagrin. And by about day 8, learned how to get out of. So that was fun. And also, just to put minds at rest, they got all the tumors. They got great margins on the tumors. It's a very slow multiplying type of skin cancer that in a human or a dog, they would say is benign, but cats can't be diagnosed as benign. Anyway, he's doing great. He's still all shaved up, which is probably good because it's 105 degrees outside. But anyway, so sorry, I didn't mean for this to turn into a cat video, but it is me. So the point of all that was I basically had to sit with him all day, sleep downstairs. Like, my husband slept downstairs on the couch every night. Like, we could not leave him unsupervised for 10 days. It was a lot, but I stitched a ton. And then since the 10 days, it's been like 105 degrees outside and you melt. So I've been stitching a lot more too. So all that to say, I have a lot of stuff to show. So why don't we just shut up and get to it? All right, so fully finished items. So you saw most of my stitching on these, but I did go ahead and fully finish them. For the hashtag summer moon, strawberry moon Sal, I stitched this little piece called Sweet Strawberry from Country Rustic Primitives. You guys, I'll get to it. Anyway, it was a cute, fun little stitch, and I put this great fabric on the back. I love this fabric. It so reminds me of Marimekko fabric. My mom, when I was growing up, she would make pillow covers in Marimekko, so we had these splashes of color all over our house, and it just reminds me of that. So that was the first finish. Also, again, the yarn trick from Helen D. Very nice. This is from Sub Rosa Designs. This is a pattern, a partial pattern from the Plum Street and Primitive Stitcher. I have it right here. Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I said I'm going to start pulling berry bowls out of patterns and doing that. I have done another one. Surprisingly, this is not a berry bowl, it's a star bowl. My other is not a berry bowl either, but you get the point. I put this little star on there. It doesn't really hang right, but look up one of those bomb pops. I thought that was fun. So I stitched this just with all my own colors. Again, it's a pattern out of Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. And I'm continuing. I have another finish of another bowl. So I am just hashtagging this the berry bowl Sal. I'm pulling any berry bowl or bowl, pumpkin bowl, star bowl, whatever bowl. Berry bowl Sal. Join me if you'd like. So that was my second finish. This is a freebie from Hands On Design, Berries in Bloom, I believe, and I had stitched this for a friend, and I kept half the fabric and the flosses out and stitched one for myself. So we have the same finish, and on hers I had put some of my button collection, and she had sent me some buttons, so these are from those buttons that she sent to me. So I'm excited to put that out come Christmas, which will be here in a flash. So this I love. This was also from Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. It's by Barbara Anna Designs. It's called Picking Up Fruits. It's from the summer 2017 magazine, if I'm positive, if I'm right. But anyway, I love this. And so in the original design, there's another branch that mirrors this branch over here, but I just thought it didn't need it. And I just love how those colors are just not, I don't know if it's primitive or rustic. I don't know what you exactly call it, but I just love it. It has a fall feel, but it also has, you know, just an everyday feel. I put some yellow on the back. Every time I do that. And these, it's just called for DMC. Anyway, I loved stitching this. This was a 2 threads a day. All of these were 2 threads a day. Anyway, I just really love this one. This could be my screenshot. And then, whew. Okay, so you've seen this design before. I love this so much. This is Bird Herd or Bird Nerd. So in the original pattern, you have these birds, and then underneath it says Bird Nerd or Bird Herd. And this is a design by Amelia of the Hathaway Stitchers, but she's on Instagram as the Boomerang Stitcher, and that's also her Etsy shop. So this was a freebie. Get the hell out of here. Freebie. And those are the called for DMC colors. I love it. I put this backing on the back. And oh, did we have a time. So I think last time I showed you that giant gray rickrack that I bought. Well, I tried to sew that in. It was an unmitigated disaster. I kind of blacked out. Like, I don't even know what happened. But it meant that I had to pull it all out and trim this down a lot more than I intended to. So she's a little tight. But I think it turned out well anyway. And I just love this fabric with it. I just love it. And I believe, so last time, or when I originally showed this or whatever, I had told you about maybe doing these birds in Christmas colors. Well, guess what, folks? Amity just went and made another pattern that is Christmas. So it has these same style of birds, and then it has these beautiful, like those old-fashioned baubles, you know, the ornament baubles. It's gorgeous. So, Boomerang Stitches, this is a freebie. That pattern is paid for, which, you know, but so if you were like me and thought, oh my God, these for Christmas, she went ahead and did it. So head on over there. So, ooh, this could be a screenshot too. I always do the cheesy smile. All right, so those were my fully finishes. Whew, that was a lot. Then I'm gonna go on to finishes, and then I'll get into my whips and stuff. So, I spoke before about Beck Stitches Everything and XO Needle in the Hay XO got together and started a sal called #Mountain Out of a Millhill Sal. And I believe the original sal was to start a millhill on June 16th and finish it by July 16th, I think. Go to the #cross-stitch salender and they will tell you all about it. Anyway, so I picked up a millhill that I had been working on and I got a finish on that. Isn't that fun? I did not do all of the back stitch on it. I just kind of didn't want it to get too busy. Does this need something behind it? Is that... It's terrible. Guys, this isn't gonna work yet. Anyway, I'll do that. So shimmery. This one had like 10 colors in it, and it got a little confusing. I'm sure that some of those blues are wrong, but it's okay. So anyway, I believe that sale was supposed to be like a month long, but I'm just gonna keep using the hashtag because it doesn't really expire itself. And I'll show you kind of what, I have a lot of these kits, so I have a plan. I don't have a plan, I have a thought. Remember, I don't do plans, I do thoughts. So anyway, that was finish number 1. And again, all these finishes were 2 threads a day. I basically have gotten myself to where I do my 27.5, and then I probably do like 4 or 5 2 threads a day projects, and then my weekly pull. So it's fine, it's fine. Stitching changes. All right, so last time I almost had this done. This is Molly by Barbara Anna Designs. She is a freebie, and I got her dress all finished. So last time, I think, I don't know, it was up near the pocket. So she had been my weekly pull, my pick a whip bag. But I just had back and forth to do on the skirt. And so I just made her 2 threads a day and got her finished. And so, like I said, there's 2 others here. I have the squirrel and I have the fox. And I did go last weekend and I bought 3 matching frames, a bigger one. And then these 2, I just got the same size and I figure I'll just make it work. So I am going to frame these in a little trio. And then I also, I bought, this is 36 count summer khaki. I bought another piece of this because I have 4 more animals and dresses. I have a goose with a key, the little strawberry blackbird, the little winter reindeer. I have another one. But anyway, so I ordered a piece of fabric so that I could get those started. Apparently I have to have a animal in a clothing going all the time. So we got that one done. Then this I picked up. This is a freebie from Liz Matthews. Hello from Liz Matthews. If you go to her website, this is a freebie. And I picked this up to help celebrate Stephanie of Cross Stitch the Globe. It is her birthday month, and so she started hashtag Hello 40 B-Day Sal. And so I finished this always. And I just did this with a purple, just slightly variegated floss, but I think it turned out really pretty. So if you would like to join in that, it's any Liz Matthews pattern. And then the hashtag is Hello 40 B-Day Sal. I believe her birthday is on the 16th. So it's not even her birthday yet. So happy birthday. Did I say it's July 10th? I don't know if I said that earlier, but it doesn't matter. This is also Flosstube 18. Do I start over? I don't know. Anyway, the point is, happy birthday. I know that's a big birthday. I'm turning 50 in November. There will be no Sal. So, regardless, happy birthday, Stephanie. All right, and my last finish, this pattern came out and kind of took the internet by storm. There's an Instagram handle called Inspired by Michelle Ray, and she posted a picture. Try and zoom in here. She had taken this pattern. This pattern is called Tomato Girl. It's by Sub Rosa Designs, and she had stitched just this girl and the tomato. And it just kind of, the pattern went nuts, right? And so I saw it and I thought, ooh, berry bowl Sal. So I myself, oh Lord, y'all, fabric. Sorry. I grabbed that pattern. It's a pattern off of Etsy. Sub Rosa Designs, just so you know, when you buy from her on Etsy, she will email you your pattern separately. It's not like an instant download on Etsy. And it's because she puts a watermark with your name on it. So I got that, and I just chose my own flosses. This is Osnaburg fabric that I tea dyed, and I finished that up. And I'm just super pleased with it. I love it, love it, love it. So I think I'll fully finish this probably tomorrow. But it was a super fun stitch, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stitch, oops, where'd we go? Just like Michelle did. I kind of want to do the lady with the tomato, but maybe a teal dress. I don't want to do a pink dress. I'm thinking maybe a teal dress. I don't know if I have teal floss. If you know of a good teal colored floss, send it my way. All right, so, whew, those were most of my finishes. I have some finishes, I have some more finishes in my whips, so yay. So anyway, all right. Whew. Okay. Oh no, that's only 20 minutes. I'm talking fast. That's okay. All right, so on to my whips. As always, we have a peacock, a unicorn, and a badger. And I moved the hoop. So last time I saw you, I was over here. I finished this bird, and I finished all this fill-in. A tip on this. If you get to the point where you go, I should start filling in, start. Don't keep pushing it off, because it's kind of a bear. It's kind of a bear. Anyway, so I finished all that, and now we are on to, this will be the end of page 2, right here. And then I'm gonna go on to page 3. So this is halfway. We're over halfway, folks. We're over halfway. So what I do with this project is I have it, it's always in its hoop, it's always in my Lowry stand, and it's the first thing I stitch. I stitch on it 27 minutes, 5 days a week. So it's just very, very slow and steady, but it'll get there, it'll get there. So, all right, so then, after that, I pick up my fancy 2 threads a day. This is my fancy one. And this is, this is Mary Amelia's bird, and I don't think I have a picture of it, so I apologize for that. But this is the project that I was so thrilled. The Stitching Owl sent me a smile. I was so lucky, and helped me to purchase this Roxy Floss Co. conversion that was done by Ellen Reed. Ooh, she's a rock star. Like, all right, all right. So I'm doing this on Osnaburg fabric that I tea dyed. Sorry, I have some hanging threads here. And we have gotten, so I had started doing a lot of the bird, and then I thought, Karen, stop, go over and do, there's like 2 big roses here. So I'm gonna do the foliage and the roses, and then come back and have the bird be like my dessert. And I am stitching this with this is a 6-inch Duchess hoop. Cross stitch the globe. I think it was it yesterday? It's either yesterday or the day before. Put out a video all about vintage hoops, and Stephanie has a whole bin. I was drooling. Literally, I was like, oh my God. So coming up later, a little sneaky. This is my 6-inch Duchess. I use it every day. And then I'm going to show you my other, I do not have a bucket full, but I'm going to show you my other vintage hoops that I've been lucky enough to come across, because I think they're getting rarer and rarer. But I will get to that momentarily. All right, so that is my 27.5 project. Then I have, this is my main 2 threads a day. These are the monthly minis from Primrose Cottage Stitching. I went on a real Primrose kick last week. So I have loved these. And so I believe last time we were here, I had just started, this is April. So I finished April, and I have to say, I wasn't looking forward to this one. I don't know why. It was my favorite one to stitch. So that's April. This is May. I also finished June with the little strawberries. That flower in the middle, oof, was not my favorite. We did July. Oh, and June, I finished in June. And I think it's gonna be the only one, because I finished July and June, so. But I did July, and then I did August with these bees, and I loved these colors, which is what set me on a little spree, so you'll see that later. September, I just finished yesterday, and I loved this one. That sunflower in the middle. And so now I just have a little start on October there. So I only have 3 months left. So I think if I continue on the path I'm on, I might have this done by the end of July. So I also have gone ahead, I have found, I'm gonna make these all into pillows. I found backing fabric for everybody, and I found a little charm. I don't know if you can see these, but they had a little pin pack that went with everybody, but with my pets, I don't put pins in things. So I went ahead, that's the back. I went ahead and I found backing fabric and little charms to hang with those little safety pins once I'm done with that. So I'm very excited for that. That'll be an interesting finishing experience. I know I need to like take it in chunks, or else I'll end up in kind of a bad way. All right, so this was a totally unexpected start. I had kind of like not thought about Jolly July or Christmas in July or anything. And then I woke up and I saw this from the Stitching with the Housewives, peppermint seeds. And I just thought that was charming. So I bought it and I started it. This is 36 count chalkboard by Zweigart. And I'm almost done with the white. I just have another little square here, and I did all the green. So I have some pink and some red left. But that's been a super fun stitch. So I just did it for Jolly July. I know they came out with another one today. It's another seed packet. I have this piece of fabric. So I think how they do it, I'm not positive about this, but I believe like this series that comes out every Wednesday, there's 5 Wednesdays in July. So I believe there'll be 5. I could be totally wrong, but I think I can fit 3 more on this piece of fabric that it's on. I also have, this is an old finish. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Stitching with Housewives. I never stitch on black. But I did find with this, I have to turn off my light. I can't have light like on it. And then I would take something white on the back side and I can see it pretty well. It's 36 count. But, so anyway, so I have this piece of fabric. So these are both up here. And then I think I can probably do 3 more. So if I'm right, and they put out 5, I will probably buy a few more of them because I don't see myself using this fabric for anything else, honestly. So, and it's been a fun stitch and I think it's a really cute, I don't know, there's something cute about that. So, anyway, so I picked the day that came out last Wednesday and it's become a 2 threads a day. All right, my last 2 threads a day is also to do with the Millhill Mountain Out of a Millhill sale. So I had stitched that globe and I have a whole bag of Millhill kits. There's all sorts in here. So what I did was I had my son just grab one. He just pulled one out of the bag, and because he's the smartest kid alive, this is my little Millhill bag. Because if I could get ahead of myself, because he's the smartest kid alive, he picked this, Mary. And so it works for Christmas in July as well as Mountain Out of a Millhill sale. So I will say, I don't know if they want to stop the sale on July 17th, but I'm just going to that's stupid. So my plan is the first of every month to pull one of these and to make it a 2 threads a day till it's done. So this is hopefully going to be my July one. And then I'll pick another one for August. I'll pick another one. So I hope they don't mind that I'm using their hashtag for that. My guess is that they don't. But anyway, this one only has 3 colors, which makes me very happy. And this is going to be hard to see, but we'll do our best here. And I got to start on it. So I'm just doing all the outlining of the white. And this one actually, you can see here, it doesn't have very many beads. But it has these cute, on these mittens, it has these cute little jingle bells. So for right now, I'm just doing the white. And then I'll go from there. So again, I'm hoping, to finish this in July. Pick another for August, pick another, because they're not my favorites. I do not like stitching with 2 threads. And I believe these call for 3 threads. I use 2. But they're not my favorite. But I love the result. So I buy them because I think they're so cute. And then I have them. So I'm hoping this sale is kind of the perfect excuse to get going on those. All right. So those are all my 2 threads a day. On to my Pickle. Okay, y'all. It's hot today. It's hot. My Pickle whip bags. So every Sunday, my son picks one of my whip bags. They are not clearing out the way I hoped. It's okay. We'll talk about that later. He picks a whip bag. I work on that project or projects or whatever the case may be for that week. That goes into the other pile of whip bags, so he's just picking. There's no repeats, no nothing. It's going to go into year 2. So I've been thinking, do I like pick a whip 24 continued, pick a whip 24 part 2, pick a whip 24 electric boogaloo? What are we going to do? Because I'm not going to change it to 25 because that would indicate a starting over. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I'm having an existential crisis about it, but it's all right. All right, so this was my last pick before when I saw you last time. This is my Diddly Deadly Designs bag, and these are my animal stacks. And I, right now, am working on Cardinal Kin. Boop. Sorry. And I actually am going to talk about this in my haul, too. But we got over halfway there. So we got the little baby bird. Look at that little tuft of feather on his head. So cute. And Mama is almost done. And I got a lot of these leaves are beasts. But I got most of them done. So, so when this comes out again, and I may pull this out at Christmas time. Because I would like to get that one done. And I have a whole bunch more waiting. Including one in my haul that I really want to get to. So, that was bag number 24. Sorry guys, I have to put it back and zip it, and such is life. This is bag 25. This is a Quilting with Nico bag. These cute circus animals. And then there's these cute elephants on the inside. So this one had 2 projects in it, and I actually ended up finishing one. So these were both freebies. This first one is called Blackbird. Lost it. Sapphire Mountain Crafts. Sapphire Mountain Crafts. And so I just picked 2 flosses to do this with. This is Schoolhouse Red by General Arts, and this is a gray from Color and Cotton. And I love this song. I love its meaning, and so I'm very happy to have this done. I don't know what I'll do with it. I want to frame it, but I'll have to order a frame or something. I don't know. I guess I could mount it on a board or something. I've been wanting to change up my finishing a little bit. I've gotten so into a pillow rut. Like when I first started, I framed a few things, and I finished a few things on boards, and I lost that mojo. So, and I think it's just because I don't quite know how to pick the stuff to do it with. That's harder for me than picking a backing fabric. But the pillows are a little out of control. So anyway. So maybe I'll look for a board or something to do that on. But anyway, so I got that one done. And then this is another freebie, and this is from, gosh, guys, I have it right here. This is from Stone Street Stitch Works. Woo! And it's called the MLK Sampler. Let me show you what it actually looks like here. Sorry. It's a Martin Luther King quote of "The time is always right to do what is right." So that's from Stone Street Stitchworks, and I'm doing this on a huge piece of 40 count flax with just my own colors. But I was able to get all these flowers done. So I finished the first one, and then I was still able to get those done. So I really like that. I have this, this was one of the Fox and Rabbit like yearly free sales. And I did the first, I think it's just the first 2 months, and then I gave up. And I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. It may just get cut off and pitched. I don't know. Anyway. So that was bag 25. Bag 26 was very exciting. This is another Diddly Daddly Designs. It's this Charles Wysocki autumn. It's kind of autumny, but it's also winter. I don't know if you would call it autumn. Super cute. There's her thing. Another project with another bag with 2 projects, but I got a finish on one. And this was a big finish that I'm super happy about. I need to stop licking. This is Friends of the Heart by Plum Street Samplers. I looked it up. I started this in September of 2018. I stitched it with all of the called for floss. Fergus, stop licking. On 40 count vintage country mocha. And I finished. I'm gonna try and put that up. Oh no, you guys can't see. But, so I got that fully finished. I love this. Look at the little fox. Look at his little face. But look at this grouchy owl. And then I loved this, the little squirrel is cute too. But the, so the stag in the middle, it was a really variegated floss. So I didn't want it to be stripy. So I outlined him and then I went around and around and around. And I thought it turned out really cool. So I loved every bit of this. I will tell you, this project has a lot of fiddly little bits. There is not a lot of unused space on there, but look, it is gorgeous. It's just, so this took me way too long to stitch, but I really loved stitching it. So that's part of why it took a long time. So this is getting framed for sure. Oh, I love it. I love it. So that was super exciting. And then the other project in this bag is one I'm battling with a little bit. This is Heartstring Sampler-y. Baby, It's Cold Outside. And I'm stitching this with all of the called for on, do I know? I know. 36 count ale from Picture This Plus. And I am allergic to this. I don't know. Even right now, I can taste it. I am allergic to whatever. It's the most beautiful fabric, truly. Whew, I am allergic to it. But I made good progress on this too. So, oops, sorry. Basically, I did all of this. I did all these words and this border around all these white bits, and then I'm starting on this. There's like a little grove of trees right here. You can't see it because of the silly cup, but I don't know why they did that. But I'm on those. I think there's 5 of them. So that once I do that, then I bring down the border, and then I just need to finish those words. I need to pull these words across and do this little part. There is some red that you're supposed to put like up in these borders, in these little diamonds. I'm not doing that. Look at that needle minder. Kylie, you need to make needle minders again. You made the best ones. So just kind of want to get this done because, like, literally, my tongue is all, but I don't know why I'm allergic to that, but I am allergic to it. And I do remember I was like, ooh, I don't buy much to Picture This Plus because of that. I don't know what it is I'm allergic to, but yikes. Anyway, so those were great progress. Then bag 27, this is from Stonehouse Stitching. Stonehouse Stitching on Etsy. I love this. These are Lori Holt patterns. It just reminds me of me and my boy. I love this bag. And it has like little, little dotties in it. Yeah. Stonehouse Stitching. All right. So inside here, we have, take that off, The Farmer's Market by Prairie Schooler. And I'm doing these just individually. And my fabric has enough, what did I decide? My fabric has enough to do 9 of them, I guess. So I'm doing that. Anyway, so this is fun. I'm doing this on 28 count Monaco that I coffee tea dyed. And I'm only doing it with one thread, and it gives it a very like vintagey look, which is what I wanted. So I had already done, those are radishes, and I'd done the tomatoes. And so I did a poll on my Instagram about what I should do next. And by a vote, the mushrooms took it. So I started and finished the mushrooms. And Prairie Schoolers are so fun to stitch. They're so great. So I started and finished the mushrooms, and then I went ahead and started the carrots. So like I said, I think on this piece of fabric, I can fit 9 very comfortably. This was when I was just starting to, I think I had made like 1 pillow. So I gave them plenty of margin, but that's okay. That's okay. There were a few I wasn't delighted about stitching anyway. And in this bag also, I did not work on these, but a similar pattern is Kitchen Table by Prairie Schooler. Again, I have a little diagram there. But so I'm also doing these on the Monaco over one. Oh, goodness, this bag is a disaster now. Sorry. Over one, and I've just finished a few of these, so I'll just show you because they're in here and I didn't get to them this time. So I think on this I can fit 12 of them. So I have so far done the corn, the cauliflower, and the red peppers. So these will be slightly smaller. So the hope is to make kind of bigger pillows out of the first set, and then these little smaller pillows. If I ever, if I get to it. Inch by inch, life's a cinch. Stitch by stitch, right? All right, so that was bag 27. Sorry. I hate these new Prairie Schooler patterns. Surely they could have still afforded to make them in good quality. Anyway, sorry. No rants here, no rants here. All right, so this is bag 28. My son just picked this on Sunday. This is a Made by Mama Joan bag. He liked the skeletons. And inside are like poison labels. Yeah. And this is When Pigs Fly by Not Forgotten Farm. I love it. The little pig has stolen her broom. Not gonna lie, didn't realize this was as big as it is. It is big. Oops. Hold on, I still have my pattern on here. Uh-oh. Sorry. I'm gonna pop this out of this hoop because I want to talk to you about this hoop anyway. This is on a piece of, I meant to look for that. It's Fortnite Fabrics because it has this, but I don't really know what it is, to be honest. But anyway, I have been working on this witch's dress for I don't know how long. It's just huge. So I picked all my colors for this. I mean, I took inspiration from this, but like her dress was supposed to be black. I changed it to purple. I'm not sure I should have, but it's not going back now. But hopefully I will be able to finish this dress and get to the pig. I just want to stitch the pig. So, this, like I said, I picked all my own flosses for this. They're all just randomy. A lot of them are from an old, you know, floss club, whatever. So, that is this week's project, and I'm really hoping to get to the pig. I just want to get to the pig. But anyway, it's a super funny, cute pattern. I just didn't realize that it was the size that it was. But I think it'll be fun when it's done to like frame it for a Halloween, like in a fun Halloween sort of situation. Fergus, stop looking. Fergus is looking. Look at you, Fergus. You want to come say hi? Come say hi. This is Fergus. Hi, say hi. Yeah. You're licking your paws too much. Can you stop? Yeah, you're all wet. His paws are all wet. I'm sorry, but is it too hot today? Okay. All right. So anyway, that brings me back to vintage hoops. So Cross Stitch the Globe just put out a video. She has a bazillion, and she has really good information. It just made me realize that I have a few Duchesses that I stitch with every day. So first, I just have mine in this sweet little stitching basket I got from Ohio 1805 Baskets. I hope that's right. If not, ask me and I'll get to it. But I just have this on a shelf. So I only have 4. So don't get excited. So I have the 6-inch Duchess that I use every day. I also have a 5-inch Duchess, and I use this every day. It has really good felt on it. And I really like the Duchesses. I like that I don't have to crank. My fingers have more and more trouble, and so I don't like having to crank anything. And these just kind of, they come off and go on so easily that it just kind of moves with the project. So I use this 5-inch every day on my 2 threads a day projects. I also have an oval Duchess. Where's her mark? That's not gonna work. The thing about this, and so I get again, so if you are looking for these online, make sure the felt is good. That's the biggest thing, because if the felt isn't great, they don't hold great. Now go watch their video because Stephanie has tips for how to fix that sort of thing. But she loves the ovals. The oval obviously goes together one way. It was meant to go together one way, right? Because it's oval. It just fits together one way. And so I get nervous about that all the time. But if I have to like stitch grass, she's my girl. She is my girl. So This doesn't get quite as much use, but see, then Stephanie was talking about she really loves the oval princesses. So now I might be on the look for one of those. I don't know. I think they all cost a fortune now. Hi, bud. So anyway, Duchess oval. And then I have one princess 6-inch, and I like this one too. So this is a little bit different. You put pressure on this to get it out, and there's no felt. So part of what's nice about buying the princesses is that you don't have to worry about that felt thing. Now, I don't have this, oh no, it does. It's very light. Oh, hello, can you see me? Oh, it's not gonna work, but it says Princess Patented Adjustable. My eyes aren't good enough. But so when you buy these, you don't have to worry about that felt. So they're kind of nice because generally if it's not cracked, they're in good working order. You don't have to worry about sight unseen underneath. So this is my 16-inch princess. Also love it. Now, those are my vintage hoops. So now this hoop, I just wanted to bring up because I heard about this hoop. This hoop is made by Cosmo that makes Cosmo floss. Now, I don't know if they make them anymore, but I heard about this on a video, Shine, Sparkle, and Stitch with Holly and Anita. It was like 3 years ago. I think it was kind of right after COVID. They went to I'm pretty sure it was a Farm Girl Gatherings retreat with Brenda Gervais. And Brenda Gervais uses these hoops. They are, so this is obviously modern. It's not antique at all. But apparently she had she was selling them because she uses this. So what this is, it's very light bamboo, very light. It's very nicely, there's no nicks or anything in it. And it's called a one-touch hoop because you pull this, it's like a reverse princess. So on the princess, you push and put it out. This, you pull and put it out, okay? My issue with this, I'm just gonna show you on this piece, is number one, when you're trying to put your stuff in it, it is kind of hard to pull this thing. So I'm pulling it. So it's a little hard to get in there. Okay? But I got it in there. It's not impossible. But the other thing is that see where that gap is? It kind of pulls at your fabric a little bit. So if I pull this tight, you're going to have a weird thing up there because of that. Does that make sense? But I like this hoop. It's basically like a duchess or a princess. You don't have to screw anything. You don't have to do anything. Now, as I recall, when Holly and Anita were talking about it and talking about Brenda Gervais in general, this is a 6-inch hoop. I believe she was talking about a 4-inch. And what she does is she purposely makes her fabric loose, and then she does the sewing method with that. Does that make sense? So the fabric is out enough that you can do the sewing method. So again, go back. I'll try and find the video, the Holly and Anita video, that it's just like it says one touch hoop, but it's kind of hard to finagle it. Anyway, I will try and find that video because I know they talk about it, and I'm pretty sure Holly bought one and she kind of showed also the in-hand method with the hoop. So again, I'm not sure if they even sell these anymore. They're Cosmos, so they're from Japan. So I think I got mine probably through an Etsy seller or something. I don't even remember. But anyway, so just if you're inspired by the antique ones, and they really are kind of getting to be ridiculous. I looked the other day and they're like $40 and $50. I didn't spend $40 or $50. And I love them and I use them and they're treasures. But I can only use one hoop at a time. So this is kind of the same concept, but modern. So I tried this. And I also just ordered from 123 Stitch a screwless a screwless wooden nurge that I should hopefully have next time. Now, it is described as being used just for finishing, but I thought, well, I might try and use it to stitch with, and I figure if it's not tight enough, I can twill tape the inside one. I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to make my own modern duchesses if it's possible. I treasure my antique ones and they work really well. And I use them. I want to use them. That's their purpose. So, but I kind of thought instead of trying to do this, summer is already on my nerves. Anyway, trying to find these things, maybe try and create my own. So, vintage hoops, there they are. If you have more questions, go watch Cross Stitch the Globe. They have much more information about cleaning them, other types that I don't have, which works best for what kind of stitching. Anyway, they're all fabulous. All right, on to haul. Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, always a favorite. Again, if you order this, you get access to all the back issues digitally. I stitched quite a few of their projects here. I really believe in its worth. So I got my summer edition of that. I ordered from Blue Ribbon Designs. She does these great corner gauges. So, so it's a corner gauge. It's just a basic corner gauge. You can mark in 2 here, but then you have also, so I use these all the time. So like for my monthly minis, obviously each time I move over, I'm going a certain amount. And so this is really good to help me measure, that I'm over 2 inches and I'm down 2 inches. It's much easier on a hard thing. Also, I've seen some things that have like fabric counts. All you do is count the number of threads in an inch. So you just take it here and here and count the number of threads, and that's your count. So I use it for starting, I use it for measuring, I use it for, if I need to know a thread count on a fabric. But she also makes these beautiful sleeves that they go in. So those sharp edges are protected. This is like a little cushy and just beautiful fabric. Belinda at Blue Ribbon Designs, she makes amazing patterns, but if you can get any of her bags or her little, this is called a stitch marker, anything, it's just such high quality, and she is such a nice lady. So anyway, I got one of those because I use it quite literally every day. All right, then I said I went on a bit of a Primrose Cottage tear, and it started with this. So I did my monthly mini, that was the bees, and I just really loved the color combination. And I had remembered that they were the guest designer at Stitch West this last go round, the one that was, in Ogden. And there was a piece that went out, I know, that everybody got, but then they also released in their little pop-up shop these other pieces. And I remember seeing this one, and it is not exactly my style, but it just put me out. I'm not really a bee person. I just love this. And I loved it when I saw it. And so I got this. Plus, they came out with this needle minder, and it's stupid cute. It's so stupid cute. And I will tell you, look at this. Sometimes you get needle minders and they're not terribly strong. And I kind of worried because sometimes these big enamel ones aren't. This is a pair of scissors. So, I mean, this is super strong. Like one of the stronger needle minders I own. So, it's stupid cute. I don't need a needle minder. I don't need another needle minder. I don't need another pair of scissors. I don't need another pattern. I don't need another bag. It was cute. So I got these and I'm going to plan on doing that soon. And then I loved this when it came out as well. I just think that is the prettiest. It's Christmas quilt. I just think it's so, so pretty. So I bought that one as well. And then this was kind of an error, but I was on Instagram and I had seen this pattern, autumn quilt, and it didn't particularly strike me as autumn when I saw it. And I thought, oh, but it's pretty. It's pretty. And I saw what I thought was this pattern stitched in blue and red for July. That turned out to actually be a freebie. But I thought, oh man, let me go look at that again. And when I looked at it, I thought, you know what? That's an Ohio Star. Now, I am not a quilter. I don't know much about quilting. My mother-in-law taught me that. Okay, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry this time. My mother-in-law taught me that. My mother-in-law was a very big quilter. She was a prolific quilter. This week is the quilt show in Sisters, and this is the second year she will not be there. She lives in Sisters, Oregon. She worked at the Stitch and Post. Last year they put her quilt up on the side of the store. She loved it. She really, really loved it. And I am not a quilter, but she encouraged my stitching always. And so she passed away before I ever sewed a pillow. And that makes me sad because she would have been so encouraging of it. And so I thought, I want this Ohio Star with us. And so I'm going to take this pattern and stitch it. It probably won't be one for every month, but I'm going to kind of use the monthly mini book. Like I thought I could do it in red and pink for Valentine's Day, or orange and purple for Halloween, or green and red for Christmas, or just some spring colors for spring, or whatever the case may be. I wouldn't know, like there's a few months I wouldn't know. So if anybody has suggestions, I would like to stitch this and make enough pillows that she is out there with us all the time. And so this didn't strike me as autumn, but I think it's a great pattern to kind of make your own. And so if you have any suggestions I just need 2 colors. So like red, like the ones I said, if you have any suggestions, please send them my way. I would love to have one for every month. I really would. Anyway, I'm kind of a sentimental fool that way. And so it's just who I am. And I'm not going to apologize for it. All right, I got a little stash from 1, 2, 3 stitch. The animal stacks from Plum Street Samplers. I'm obviously a big fan, but she came out with ducks. She came out with ducks. I'm an Oregon duck. My husband is an Oregon duck. Our son was born in Springfield, Oregon. We're ducks. We live in Nevada for some stupid reason, but we're ducks. And so I just love this one. And this one is done in all DMC. It's a lot of DMC. But, so I think last time I was talking to you about that some of these have some pretty significant over one stitching, including this one. You can't really see it, but the baby duck is all over one. So I have been stitching all of mine on 40 count linen. So what I did was I went ahead and bought a piece of, so I've been doing them all on 40 count vintage country mochas. So I got a piece of 36 and I'm going to pull the 4, including this one, with the most over one. I think it's this one has a lot. The sloths have a lot in their face. Pretty sure the hedgehogs, the little baby hedgehog is maybe all over one. And then I think maybe the kangaroo is all over one. I'm not sure. But I'm going to pick the 4 with the most over one and do those on 36 and keep doing the rest on 40. It won't be that big of a difference, but it'll give me a little leeway on that. So that is a plan-ish. I know Trisha talked about maybe doing a little sal. So Trisha, if you still want to do that, let me know. I could make anything 2 threads a day, but we could come up with a fun hashtag. So anyway, I did that. And then while I was on there, they were having a sale on this 38 count linen by, don't remember. I don't know. Anyway, so I got 3 cuts of it. I love this gray in the middle. This is a little yellowy for me, but it's okay. And this is a little blue. But I couldn't resist. They were on sale. I could have resisted, but I love this gray. So those are just going in to be, and they're 17 by 18, which is an interesting cut. So, but I'll be able to get something good on those. So I bought those. And then Kathy's Posies. I love her. Her bags are so cute and they're one of a kind. And this has Fergus on it. I just didn't have a choice. Guys, I tried. I didn't have a choice. He has a letter to Santa in his mouth. So cute. And the little tag thingy. Ooh. It says Merry Christmas. So cute. And inside is just this pretty white. It has little flowers on it. You can't quite see, but. Listen, I am not the only Scotty parent who buys every Scotty thing. Trust me, I'm not. So anyway, oh shoot, I undid that somehow. Anyway, I'll fix that in a minute. Okay, so that was my haul. Haul. It's getting hotter and hotter. Okay, we've gone too long. I need to get going. Okay, so just the last few things are my thoughts. Again, I do thoughts as opposed to plans because my thoughts obviously change a lot. So the one thing I am going to continue to do is the mountain out of a Millhill. I'm going to pick one every month and try and stitch it within that month. So pick it at the first of the month, try and stitch it within there. Then last time I talked about how Jane and Julie are not doing their Flosstubes anymore, but I wanted to stitch a shepherd's bush in their honor. And when I went looking for their kit, I found this finish that I have. I finished this in 2013. This is a shepherd's bush kit. I know it came with all the silks. Look at him. And there's some specialty stitches I did there. Look at the bone in the ground. I love it. I even signed it. I didn't even know I did things like that. It says, come along into the night shivering in happy fright. KBH 2013. So isn't that cute? So I need to move this into the finish it pile. So I was so happy to have found that. So, ooh, and look at that tape. But anyway, so I'm moving that to the finish pile. I would like to find that. But I did go and find, so last year we went to Shepherd's Bush and I got this little cute little Halloween kit. And it's a kit. It literally comes with everything. And I don't know if you can tell, but it has that fun little finishing with, you take the rickrack and you attach it and then you kind of tack it down with beads. And after my rickrack fiasco on this, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to pick this up in August. So if anybody else wants to stitch a shepherd's bush in honor of Jane and Julie, I don't know, I could come up with a hashtag or not, but I'm going to pick this up in August with the hopes of finishing it and fully finishing it by Halloween. But that is going to be done in honor of Jane and Julie, who have brought me much joy. So that's an August plan. For the rest of July, I'm going to keep on with the projects I have. Once I finish my Merry Millhill for Christmas in July, I'm going to pick up, I have not been giving this project enough love. So this is the 12 Days of Christmas by Prairie Schooler. I've almost finished the first block. But once I finish the Merry Millhill, I'm going to pick this up for the rest of Christmas in July, or Jolly July, or Kismas in July. There's a whole bunch of tags for July. So I have not been getting that a lot of work. A friend lent this to me, so I really do want to get it done and get it back to her. So I've only got piles. My basket is empty. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for, if you could, leave me a comment, like, subscribe, do all those things. And everybody just keep on keeping on. I am loving this. I love the whip parades. I love the new ideas, the new sals, everything. So thank you for supporting me, and I hope that in the same way I'm able to support you. And if we find ourselves back here again, we'll do it again. All right. Bye.